Thanks for joining me today on Mrs. Hamilton's Classroom. All the materials your child will need are available on mrshamiltonsclassroom.com under the Parent Resource Center. You can download all the documents you need. Now, let's enter the classroom. Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. Today's going to be a little different. Next week we are starting 5 full days of our daily program. Today I'm just going to do a little lesson with the kids about emotions, and then following this video and some songs, I'll have a parent video so all you parents out there can make sure you have everything set for your kids to start Monday morning as we approach our first letter of the week, letter A. And we will be following the alphabet in sequential order from A to Z. So we're going to sing our welcome song to get our bodies moving and grooving today. So how are you feeling today? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling nervous? Well, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm happy to be here with you. So here we go. Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? How are you today? Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Clap your hands today. Let's wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Wave hello today. Alright, let's stand up and shake our hips. Hello everybody, shake your hips. Hello everybody, shake your hips. Hello everybody, shake your hips. Shake your hips today. Now jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Jump up and down today. All right. Well, it feels good to be here with you. So we've been talking a lot about these things that we call emotions or feelings. So I have a special story to read to you today, and it's called The Way I Feel. And I'm not quite sure how that person feels. Looks like she's hanging upside down and she's making a fishy face. Can you make a fishy face? Like that. The way I feel. Okay. Silly. Silly is the way I feel when I make a funny face. And I wear a goofy, poofy hat that takes up lots of space. Oh boy. That is a silly face. So that's an emotion you can feel, silly. Scared. I'm shaking because I'm scared. All alone in the dark at night, the thunder and lightning crash and roar. Hold me close, and I turn on the light. And even the writing is all wriggly and scared. Well, sometimes thunder and lightning can be scary, especially if you're all by yourself. But they don't usually last that long. Scared. Uh-oh. The plans were made so long ago for you to visit me today. But now you can't come after all. I'm disappointed that we can't play. disappointed. Yes, if you have something planned and then things change and it doesn't work out the way you were hoping, you might feel disappointed. Boy, we're learning lots of new words today. Happy! The smile you see upon my face as the sun shines in the sky shows the world that I feel happy and my mood is soaring high. It's good to feel happy, and usually when you're happy you have a big smile on your face. Sad. Sometimes I feel so very sad and really don't know why. Instead of playing and having fun, I cry and cry and cry. Well, we all feel sad sometimes. I hope he feels better soon. Angry. Uh-oh. Angry is how I feel right now. I shout with a mighty roar. I mostly want to frown and growl and stomp upon the floor. Uh-oh. Angry, that's a strong feeling. That can make your insides not feel very good either. Thankful, that's a nice feeling to have. If someone helps you, you're thankful. And I don't know who helped, if that was a daddy or an uncle or a grandpa, but when someone helps you and fixes something, you should always say thank you. And I'm sure you feel thankful inside. Frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't do it. It's hard and I want to cry. I don't know whether to give it up or to give it another try. Oh, and look what she's learning how to do. Tie your shoe. That's something that you gotta practice and practice. And sometimes when you're trying something new, it doesn't seem like you're ever gonna get it, and you do, you feel frustrated and you wanna give up. But if you keep on trying, it will happen. You will learn how to do that, but it can be frustrating. Oh, it's so hard, I can barely read it. Shy. If someone says hello to me, I suddenly feel so shy. Instead of waving back at them, I hide my face and walk on by. Do you ever feel shy like that? I was very shy when I was little. So you really want to talk to someone, but then when you see them, you're a little afraid. So maybe next time you won't be so shy. You just have to build your confidence. Bored. I can't make up my mind. There's nothing I want to do. The day drags on and on. I'm feeling bored and blue. When you feel blue, you feel a little sad. So bored, that's when you're not really happy with anything going on. You feel bored. Oh boy, excited! I'm bouncing like a rubber ball. I'm more excited than I can say. It's really hard for me to sit when I'd rather jump and play. So very excited. I like how the word looks excited too. Jealous. I want to play with you right now. I don't think taking turns is fair. I'd rather have you to myself. I'm jealous when I have to share. So let's see. We see a little girl there, and it looks like someone younger is with someone older. So sometimes you have to share your time and maybe let someone else get a little special time. But jealous is when you want something that someone else has. So right now that person has attention, or maybe someone has a toy or something that you really want and you feel jealous because you really want it. But sometimes we do have to take turns, or sometimes we can't always have what the other person has, but we might have something special that they don't have. But jealous is a feeling that we all feel sometimes. Proud. I did it! I did it! I shout to the crowd. Getting dressed by myself makes me feel proud. And it looks like she picked that outfit out all by herself and got herself dressed. And it is quite something. Proud. Feelings come, feelings go. I never know what they'll be. Silly or angry, happy or sad, they're all a part of me. And that is right. You never really know how you're going to feel on a given day. You might feel great. You go to bed, you're feeling wonderful, and then you wake up the next morning and maybe you're tired, or maybe something didn't go right and you end up mad. But if you just take a deep breath and calm down, it'll all be better. And then maybe in a little bit you'll be feeling completely different. Okay, well, on the website today, I have a little sheet here. And it says, how are you feeling today? So there's some choices. This says happy, and you can kind of tell because there's a smile. Angry, now you see kind of a frown, but also look at those eyes. When the eyebrows go down like that, that usually means angry. There's a big smile. This says excited. This says worried. We didn't even read about that feeling, and that's a feeling we have too. When we don't know what to expect and we're worried, and sometimes things just end up just fine. But at first you might feel worried. Sad. And there's the frown. What do you think this is? It says silly. Lots of kids feel silly sometimes. So maybe today you're feeling silly. So this is a sheet you could fill out every day. You could have mom or dad make a bunch of copies. But today we are going to be coloring how we feel today. Or, this is another good idea. You can put it in your binder because feelings change. So you can put it in your binder in the front cover, and you can fill in one of these, and then you can erase it, and then maybe later today you're going to be feeling something else. So that was a good idea, Mrs. Hamilton. So we're going to get a marker, your dry erase marker, and we're going to get a tissue. Okay, so I'm going to take my cap off. I'm going to add it to the back of my marker. I don't know if your markers do that, but if they don't, just put it right in front of you, and then you can put it away when you're finished. So how are you feeling today? I got to think. I think I'm just I'm deciding if I feel excited or happy. I think I'm going to go with happy. So I'm going to color this face in. La la la. And you color in the face that you're feeling. And try your best. Just go back and forth. And if that's hard for you, you could always, I'll show you what else you could do. If you're really still learning how to color, you could have put a circle around it like that. Or you could underline the word. Let's see if you finished. Did you finish? And then later today, you could just leave it. And maybe later today, if you were feeling sad, and then something great happens, maybe someone comes over, or something special happens, you can erase and pick something else. So maybe I'm happy now, but maybe something really exciting happens. So I might erase that and color in, or circle, or underline excited. And then maybe later today, my dog will step on my toe, because he did that this morning and I wasn't feeling very happy about it. I was feeling a little sad because it hurt. So then you can color that in. So you can always have this nearby and you can play this game all day, but hopefully you're just coloring in the good things, because I hope you're not feeling sad. All right? But as I say, feelings and emotions are something we all have. All right. So I think we are going to finish with a song, or I might read one more story. I think I'm going to read this. It's called Grumpy Pants. I don't know why it would be called Grumpy Pants. Oh gosh. Penguin was in a bad mood, a very bad mood. He didn't know why and he didn't care. He stomped his feet all the way home. Do you ever stomp your feet when you're angry? I might have when I was little. Probably shouldn't do that at school. Shouldn't stomp his feet. He pulled off his grumpy coat and kicked off his grumpy boots, but he was still grumpy. He tried to shake it off, but he was still grumpy. I should try that sometime when I'm grumpy, see if I can shake it off. That's why singing sometimes can make you feel happy. Shake your grumpies off. So he pulled off one grumpy sock and then the other, but he was still grumpy. So he took off his grumpy overalls. These are called overalls. They kind of go over your shoulders. Nope, still grumpy. Finally, he took off his grumpy underpants. That's silly. Do you think that's gonna work? I'm still grumpy, you know. Then Penguin took a deep breath and he counted. Because taking a deep breath can really make you feel better. 1, 2, 3. Splash! He went into the tub. The water was nice and cold. Penguin played with his duck. He hid under the water and made himself a bubble beard. So he put the bubbles around his face. Little by little, he was starting to feel much better. It was time to get out of the tub. He put on his favorite pajamas and he had a steaming cup of hot chocolate. He read his favorite book. He found his favorite teddy and climbed into bed. As Penguin fell asleep, he knew that tomorrow would be a good day because all his grumpies had been washed away. Well, I like that story. And sometimes when you're feeling grumpy, did you notice he took a bath? Sometimes if you're feeling really grumpy, you can just go in your room and find something to do quietly, and you might start feeling better all by yourself. And then take off your clothes, I guess, and then when they get all washed, the grumpies will be all gone. All right, so we are going to sing a song called Feelings, and then that's going to be it for today. But then I want your parents to watch, or whoever's watching you, your adult person that takes care of you, to watch the video to make sure you have everything ready in your binders for our first full week of school next week, because we're going to be having little papers that your adult person can download and put in our binders, so you can follow along with Mrs. Hamilton and choose the weather and choose the season. And if you don't have a Mrs. Hamilton pointer, you can use a pencil or anything to point to the words. Okay? So I am looking forward to Monday, where we start our first full week of school. And we're going to be learning all about the letter A. All right, so this song is called Feelings. I've got these feelings, feelings inside. Sometimes I wanna laugh, sometimes I wanna cry. I've got these feelings inside. Let's take a look and figure out why. Happy is a warm hug or a smile on my face. I feel sad when I come in last place. Mad is when I clench my fists and stomp on the floor. Waiting for a long time can make me feel bored. I've got these feelings inside. Sometimes I wanna laugh, sometimes I wanna cry. I've got these feelings inside. Let's take a look and figure out why. I feel scared when I try something new, but when I give my best, I feel proud too. Jealous is wanting something someone else had, but I take a deep breath and I feel calmness. I've got these feelings inside. Sometimes I wanna laugh, sometimes I wanna cry. I've got these feelings inside. Let's take a look and figure out why. I've got these feelings inside. Sometimes I wanna laugh, sometimes I wanna cry. I've got these feelings inside. Let's take a look and figure out why. Let's take a look and figure out why. Well, I hope that you have great feelings all day today, and I hope most especially that Monday, when our first full week of school starts, that you come in happy and excited to start our day, because I'll be feeling that way too. I can't wait to see you on Monday. I'll see you then. Bye. Well, hello everyone. I hope your child has been enjoying the lessons that I've provided this week. Next week, we are going to be starting our first full week of school. So we are going to be exploring different themes that all begin with the letter A. And we will be learning the proper formation of both the upper and lowercase a, and we're going to be learning a lot of new songs and doing fun activities. So I'm really looking forward to next week. I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page because I have been getting some questions. You just need to go to my website at mrshamiltonsclassroom.com. Then you scroll down here and there is the Parent Resource Center that you would click, Parent Resource Center, and that is where all the documents that we are going to be using for the episodes can be found. So here this says supply list. Make sure you've looked at the supply list. I'll go over that in a minute. And then here are the items for your child's binder. So you would download the Count by 10 song, the season wheel, the weather chart, and the vowel chart. And I will have explanations on how to put those. But you would need page projectors for those and obviously the documents. And then there's a couple things to put together, like adding the little arrows and pointers and things like that. And then I hope you've been finding all the documents that you'll need for each episode. So everything that's listed there you should download and try and do it before your child starts working so they're all set to go. A lot of the crafts do need to be cut out and prepared ahead of time because the children are young, and even when I do have them cut something out, it might just be a simple circle, and then all the other items like legs and eyeballs and things like that, I would usually as a classroom teacher have cut out for the children. So they're only cutting out one item. But if you have an older child that wants to help and they want to cut those things out, or if your child is an avid cutter, they can assist as well. But I know I'm dealing with children of all ages, so for a typical 4-year-old child, 3-year-old child, those items would have to be cut out by you and prepared so your child is ready to delve right into the project and work along with Mrs. Hamilton. So I hope that clears out some things. I hope you have your child's pencil box ready. You don't have to actually have a pencil box, but you should have some sort of box that has crayons for your children. And what I usually do when I teach 4-year-olds, I just dump the crayons out. Some kids like having their crayons in the crayon box, so it's really a preference thing. But if your child is younger, it's easier for them to just find the color they're looking for if it's all in the box. They should have scissors, they should have glue, and they should definitely have a dry erase marker. Have a tissue nearby, and I think that's pretty much, I don't remember what else is on the supply list. You will, if you want to put a binder together, need to get a 1-inch binder. It should have protective coating over it because we do slip items under this seal here. So it would need to have the plastic coating over it. 1 inch, and you would need to get page protectors so you could put the items that you download right into there. All right, so I think that is all I wanted to tell you. I'm going to have directions on how to put the binders together following this. And if you ever have any questions, just click on the contact button and ask any questions you have. If you have pictures that you want to share with me, pictures of your children with their completed craft or watching, anything you want to share, I'd be happy to see. And I could also share on my website if you're interested. All right, so I'm looking forward to our first full week of school next week and learning, discovering, and growing with your child. Hello parents, thanks for joining me. Before we start our first official week of school, I wanted to go over a few things that you have to make sure you have ready before your child watches. So as a reminder, please check the website to make sure you've downloaded all the materials you're going to need for each lesson. For Monday, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need the Annie alligator craft. And I am not having the kids cut out this alligator because we're just starting school. So unfortunately, there's a little work for you. I would prefer if you cut this out, unless your child is able, cut out the alligator, cut out the 2 eyes, the 2 nostrils, and then this little piece. When they're done with their craft for the day, it's gonna look like this. So the only thing that I did not include on this was the teeth. Teeth are really easy to make. It doesn't even matter if they're the same size. So what I would do, there's a little line here, so I'm gonna get rid of the line. You just make a couple of triangle snips, like this. So they're gonna need about 5 of these. Any size is fine, okay? They should have that all set. So you see that the alligator rectangle here, they're gonna attach later, and it should be set like that. That's the craft. Then we're also going to be practicing writing uppercase and lowercase a's on our whiteboards. Our whiteboards are going to be the binder, so make sure your binder has a plastic insert section on it so you can just slide the papers in just like we did last week. So this is the uppercase A sheet. This is the lowercase a sheet. If your child is older and they don't need these guiding lines, you can just print out the blank sheet, and then I'll just cue them to start at the blue line and go down to the green line. Okay, now let's work on the charts. You should have 2 charts, the weather and the seasons. So for the weather, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut on this line and you're gonna insert this part into your sheet protectors. Now I got some sheet protectors at Walmart. Those were very cheap, but they were very flimsy. So that's fine. If you want a little better quality, I got these at Office Depot, so more of a store such as that might give you a little better quality, but either will work. So you insert it in there. Now this is for the adults only. You're gonna need a knife with a sharp point, and you're just gonna pop the knife right where that black circle is, just a little bit. You're gonna do that on that one. The same for the season. You can cut off the bottom if you'd like. And insert it in. Luckily, once these are set, they're set. This is just, sometimes things at the beginning are a little more time consuming. Pop it through the center. All right, now we need to deal with the arrows. Now when I made this document, the arrows I found to be a little too long. They were covering the different weather faces. So I would prefer you cut them a little more than halfway. So just do this. We can't use paper, so we're gonna make these a little more durable after you cut them. And you're gonna need 3 arrows, 2 for our weather wheel and then 1 for the season wheel. So for the season wheel, you can just use a white piece of paper or you can use a piece of construction paper. And you are also going to need some tape, this kind of tape, the shipping. So rip yourself a little piece like so. Put your arrow on near the end and then fold it over and cut it out. So that's one. Then do the other. Well, I'll do it for you real quick, just so we can finish this start to finish. Put it on one end and then fold the other end. And then I would do all 3 arrows at one time. So whatever you want to use for your other arrow, white paper is fine too. I think I have a white one in my classroom. And fold it over. All right, so then you cut your arrows out. I hope all my adults know how to use their scissors correctly. My husband does not. So if you don't know how to cut the correct way, you should watch some of my videos and you'll become a good cutter too. I don't think anyone ever taught my husband how to cut correctly. All right, and then you can use that one to trace on another piece of paper, or if you're a very proficient cutter, just lay it on top and cut it out that way. Sometimes I underestimate what other people can do because as a teacher, I am constantly cutting things out. So I'm pretty good at just eyeballing it, or it's harder for other people that do other kinds of jobs. All right, and I won't bore you with the second arrow. Cut that really quick, okay. All right, then you are going to need a paper fastener. For the weather wheel, you'll need both of your arrows. Can't put my hands on my other one. Oops, I forgot the hole puncher. Put a little hole punch in the middle. Make sure it's right in the middle so you don't make an error. There we go. So you're gonna put both arrows through, paper fastener, do them both at the same time. I just don't wanna cut the other one out at this time. And then you will be ready. It'll be in your child's binder to use every day. And then you do the same for the season wheel. There we go. Okay? All set to go, except there'll be 2 arrows. So when your child's binder is complete, they should have a count by 10 sheet. They should have a season wheel with 1 arrow. They should have a weather wheel with 2 arrows, the vowels, and then any additional games that we play, just keep in the binder. All right, and also if they need practice with the diagonal lines, horizontal, vertical, keep those papers on hand too. You can keep them in a sheet protector in themselves in the back. And then for the pointer, they sell little pointers that kids could use. This is just a tongue depressor. You can get an image even on Microsoft Word. I made these the same way I did the arrows. Just use that Scotch tape, packing tape trick, and then hot glue. That's the best. Stick it on there, it falls off, you can just hot glue it again. All right, so that should always be kept in here. So if your child's binder is all set up, and you have all the parts for the Annie alligator, and you have your sheets that we're gonna be working on today, I think we're good to go. I'll see you for my next episode.